To some degree, I'm sure all of us are interested in optimizing brain function. To optimize brain function, not only do we need ample amounts of sleep, proper nutrition, tons of micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals, but we need a healthy lifestyle in general. We need to do mentally stimulating tasks to maintain neuroplasticity throughout our lives. Now, when it comes to supporting cognitive function, what are a few things that we really want to hone in on? Well, today we're going to talk about part one of optimizing brain function. We're going to focus on energy production and blood flow. So we need energy to keep the lights on. We need blood flow to move oxygen, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to the brain to be utilized for energy production, for building things, for promoting the production of neurotransmitters, brain chemicals, all sorts of things. So when it comes to energy production, we're going to go for glucose first. The brain utilizes about 200 grams of glucose, aka sugar, per day on average. Now, when it runs out of glucose, it can still break down other things, like fats, and in the form of ketone bodies, and we produce these ketones in the liver when it breaks down fatty acids, right? So even other ways our brain can generate energy and is extremely resourceful would be through, say, extreme calorie restriction or intermittent fasting, where it promotes autophagy, right? Which even high-intensity exercise does to some degree, where it means self-eating. So the brain basically cleans house. Now, all this is well and good, and it utilizes this glucose or this fat to make ATP, the universal energy currency in the body. So it's not just as simple as breaking down the sugar and breaking down the fat. These reactions require coenzymes, they require substrates, they require cofactors to function properly for these mechanisms to happen every day in our brain cells. And these are things such as the B vitamins, right? But all of them are involved in energy production. You're talking manganese, magnesium, alpha lipoic acid, zinc, right? These things aren't just involved in immunity, they're involved in metabolism. And so if we're not getting them in food or supplementing with them, if we have nutritional deficiencies, it could decrease energy production in the brain and cause a lot of other problems as well. So when we talk about blood flow to the brain, well, one thing that really improves blood flow is exercise. That's something we definitely want to do if we want to pump that blood oxygen and nutrients into the brain, right? And that's why it makes sense to do especially aerobic exercise before, say, taking a test or doing some mentally demanding task, right? As Magnus Carlsen always says he does before chess tournaments. He's a grandmaster, the best one in the world, chess grandmaster, and he pretty much always exercises before tournaments, right? So that's one big thing right there. But in terms of improving blood flow, what else can we eat? What kind of vitamins? Well, vitamin C is great for improving blood flow. Potassium, folic acid, aka folate, vitamin B9. And so in terms of foods, we're going to look for a lot of fish. We're going to look for a lot of dark leafy greens. We're going to look for berries, right? And blueberries are the number one berry for your brain, but all dark berries are good. Raspberries and blackberries are great as well. And now conversely, we can really decrease blood flow and inhibit brain function if we smoke with alcohol use. And so that's how I want to start a discussion on optimizing brain function. Right? You're going to get your sleep, you're going to eat well, you're going to do mentally stimulating tasks, and you're going to get these vitamins if you don't get them through the diet. But if you do have a diet rich in whole foods, and you're getting a lot of these things, and again, especially fish, leafy greens, and berries, then maybe you don't need all that many supplements. That's what we got for you guys today. Hope it was useful. You got something out of it. Who doesn't want to optimize brain function, baby? I sure do. I need to stay sharp so I can do wellness every day. Happy today. Hope you had a great day. Happy birthday, Caroline, my cousin Caroline. Happy birthday. Belated birthday. It was yesterday, I think. I hope you had an absolutely fantastic day. This is of course forever your day in the book of When Wellness. You've become a really, really cool cat. I knew young Caroline when I was going to your house in Jersey. playing with Christopher, and you were just the younger sister, hanging out, and you and Natalie would do your thing, but now we can all chill, we have fun, you're on a great track in life, working in the hospital, doing your thing, you're helping people all the time, and I know it could be stressful sometimes, you talk about that, but I know you really enjoy it too, and I'm happy for you, and I'm happy you're in such a great place in life, and I'm happy to dedicate Wen Wellness to you today. So happy birthday, girl, love you. I'll see you soon, cuz. All right. Who do we got on here? Let's say hi to everyone. Emmanuel, how are you, my friend? Serena. B Weasel, we're on the road. We're at a gas station here. If you guys are wondering, you can see. I just noticed. Enter Couture. The Isaiah, what's up? They hate Shawnee. Wendy Sue, what's going on, Wendy? Serena Reddick. Brandon Malone. Dude, I'm on a road trip. Yeah. I'm going actually back to Davenport, Iowa right now. I was out in Indiana, Fort Wayne, more specifically, to visit Margaret, who is hanging out in the car. I have the phone on the car right now. And it's up against the can. That's how we got this angle. It's not easy. You gotta figure out ways to get Wen Wellness done anywhere where we get it done. We had to get it done before 12 o'clock at least here. I guess now it's past 12. We started the video before. That's kind of our thing every day. But yeah, we're going back to Davenport. It's her birthday on Wednesday. So, we're gonna celebrate that. And I got a couple more days of vacay out of the practice. I'm gonna enjoy it. Even though I enjoy practicing every day. So really, I don't need much of a vacation. I love my job. But this is pretty cool. And it's been fun. We went to downtown Fort Wayne this past weekend. That was a great time. It's actually a pretty cool town. Hung out at some rooftop bar, Birdies, and then walked around. Went to a bunch of other places. But yeah, that's what I'm doing out here. If you were curious, man, which you were. So that's why. That's what I'm doing here. Thank you for the props. El Joy, hey, you got it. Absolutely, my friend. I appreciate that. Berlin Bad. Josh Sean. Roman Rex Fitz, what's happening? Just Joe, GH. How are you, my friend? Wendy Sue. Yes, great to see you on here. Tim. I'm doing great, El Joy. Go Farago. Isaac Stanley, what's happening? Excuse me. BJ Love. Stephen Apple Blue. Stephen Apple Blue. What's up, brother? Thank you. I can make a... Yeah, Margaret is the sweetest, isn't she? I know, Wendy. King of the Zodiacs. What's happening? You're still alive. That's great. Wendy's on here. Yeah. Aval Java. Thank you, Troy. I will make a there you go, quick. That's for the Isaiah. Nice to meet you too, Wendy. I had a great time. Manuel Land. I did. Great conversations and a great time. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you from somewhere in Davenport. Thanks a lot. Happy Wen Wellness. Have a good one. Ciao.